Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best makeup I've tried in 2022. Some of them have rolled in from I think December 2021, but all new on my channel in the last 11 months. So hopefully you will consider subscribing, but without further ado, let's jump straight in. So as always, starting in the order of which I do my makeup, for primer, I have three options. So the first one is the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glowy Serum Primer. If you've watched my videos, you know I really love this since the day I bought it. It is so good. It smells good. It's nice and smoothing and glowy over your skin and works amazingly under makeup. And while we're on the subject of this, the other one is the Essence Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer, and in conjunction these work amazing together. With every single foundation, I've found that it just looks amazing when I'm wearing this. So even the driest foundation I have, or the most matte one, literally looks awesome with these two products, and I cannot recommend it enough. I actually opened TikTok this morning and someone was doing a countdown of the top 10 best primers released in the drugstore this year, and this one actually came up number one. A lot of people don't like this because it's not as gripping as like the Milk Makeup primer or the e.l.f. Power Grip, but I think it's pretty good. It still has a slight tack without being too sticky, so your makeup still glides over it. So yeah, definitely recommend. Then this Collection Gorgeous Glow Filter Finish Complexion Boosting Illuminator. Amazing. If you've watched my video on this, I actually just reviewed this in a video and so good. Love it. I'm actually wearing it underneath my makeup today, and then these two primers. So I'm actually wearing all three of these on my face today, and as you can see, like, my face is still really glowy even though I've set it. So this is really 100% worth it. I've seen people compare this obviously to the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury, as well as the e.l.f. I don't know what the e.l.f. one is called, but they have the e.l.f. one as well. I haven't tried the e.l.f. one myself. We don't have e.l.f. in South Africa, but once I head overseas again, I'll definitely get that and test it against this one. This one, however, is not my right shade. I got mine in fair medium, and I definitely should have got medium deep, but anyway, very good. For foundations, I actually have four options. A little bit excessive, but I have tried a lot of foundations this year. It was like primers and foundations were my main focus this year, as well as eyeshadows, but definitely got some good ones this year. If you go through my channels, if you go through my playlist, I do have a foundation playlist, so if you want to see all of these reviewed, please go ahead and watch those videos. But firstly, this Collection Seeker Foundation. This was only £6.99 and it is so worth it. It is so lightweight on the skin, doesn't accentuate any of my pores, goes on so smoothly, and I've hardly heard anybody talk about this. It does have a satin finish, as it says, and it is true. It does give you a satin finish and looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. But like I said, I've seen no one review it, but if you're in the UK, go try this out. It is really good. I got mine in the shade Toffee 12, which is the same shade as the foundation that I have, the Collection Gorgeous Glow one that I finished. But so good, so good. Next, I tried the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. So I haven't tried the Matte and Poreless foundation just because matte, whenever things say matte, it doesn't usually appeal to me, so I didn't try that one. But this dewy and smooth one is so good. It is dewy and it is smooth. The color options online are definitely pretty good because I matched myself online and I got 228 soft tan, and it works amazingly on my skin. Slightly too deep, but definitely workable, so would definitely recommend this. It's also really lightweight on your face, but still, like, I wouldn't say full coverage, but definitely medium to full. So this is a bit of one that I like to use when I'm going out for a long period of time. Looks gorgeous on the skin. Then I'm sure you've seen my video with my favorites, was a couple of weeks ago, and we have the Sorbet Face First Anti-Aging Foundation and Serum. This is also really good, so smooth on the skin. The color range is a bit but the actual foundation is gorgeous. It goes on really smooth and lightweight, and it looks amazing on the skin, and I've recommended this to a few people now. Lastly, for foundations, I have this Mode Elite Full Coverage HD foundation, and this I got in France. Like, I think this one also got in the UK. So a lot of my products, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, a lot of my products are from different places around the globe. So I'm sorry if you can't get your hands on it, for example, in South Africa, but if you do go visit France, you know, just keep it in the back of your head. This is the Mode Elite Full HD foundation. I actually am wearing it on my skin today, and I really like it. It's so nice, and I actually haven't used it for a while just because I've been concentrating on things that you can more so get in South Africa. So I haven't really been using this, but I thought I'd use it today, and I think my skin looks really good. So yeah, would definitely recommend if you are in France. Moving on to concealers, I only have two, and you should by now know what they are, but it is the Rimmel Kind and Free Hydrating Concealer, and it is in the shade 030 Medium, and it is a bit too light for me, but I still really like the finish of this. It is very hydrating, doesn't crease too much because my under eyes crease anyway, but it doesn't crease too much, so it really is nice. It's not a full coverage, so you have to layer it up, but really good. Would recommend. Then this one is only available in South Africa, and as much as I bash the brand and think it's a money grab, this is the one thing that's come out of the brand that's really good. So this is the Smudge Perfecting Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Sand Beige. Really hydrating, really creamy, more full coverage than the Kind and Free is, and the only thing I do not like about it is a very neutral color, so it pulls more gray on my skin, but when I use it underneath, say, this concealer, it looks really nice because it cancels out the blueness under my eye, and together, amazing. So I have the category under powder, I have pressed and loose, but I couldn't fully separate them, if that makes sense. But anyway, for pressed powder, I really like this again from Mode Elite, and this is their compact powder, and it is a mattifying one, of course, in the shade Honey, and I have this all over my face today, and it still allows the glow from the primer and the foundation without my skin being too tacky. So, and I could just do a light dusting and you could still see all the glow through, and I really like this. It's so smoothing yet mattifying, but still like allows the shine through, so really like that. Then I have this SheGlam Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo, and it has the pressed powder on top like that, and then the loose powder at the bottom. I do really like this. However, I got the shade, what is it, Toasted Almond, and the powder is a little bit too orange for me, so I have to use it with like my lighter foundations to even my skin tone out, and can't use it over everything. But like I've said before in all my SheGlam videos, their shade ranges are very confusing. They have like 60 shades, but like the models don't correspond, and it just, I really can't tell. So that was my mistake, obviously, but I do like the powder. I also like the SheGlam Baked Translucent. I don't have it with me now, it's in my drawer, but I'll pop a picture in. It's really good, and it's a nice and glowy powder. Moving on to bronzer. So for bronzer, I have three options. Two affordable, one more higher end, but these are all products obviously that I tried this year. So firstly, you've seen me I did review this on my channel, but it is the Essence Contouring Duo, and it looks like that inside. It's got the lighter shade and then the contour shade. Really like this for an affordable option. In South Africa, I think it's like 86 or 89 rand, so really affordable. Shows on the skin and lasts, and is pretty smoothing, so really like that. And then this one is from Boots. It is the Soleil Bronzer for face and body. I don't think it has a shade, if I'm not mistaken. No, but I really like this. It's got a really nice tone. It doesn't pull too orange or too red. It's not neutral, but somewhere in between there, and looks really great on my skin tone. So I would definitely recommend this. This was about £5 if I'm not mistaken, but really, really good, and would recommend if you have access to Boots. Lastly, this is the higher end one. This is the Urban Decay Flushed palette. So it's called, I think it's the shade Strip. This bronzer in here, I'm actually wearing it today. Look how nice and glowy that is, but it's this one over here. I'm not too fond of the blush or the highlight. They're okay, but not my favorites. But this bronzer really, really looks amazing on the skin. I haven't really showed this on my channel just because obviously I do mostly review affordable makeups and my aim is to show you that you can use affordable things and still get an expensive looking look. So I haven't really used much of my high-end products on my channel, bar a few videos, maybe 2 if I'm not mistaken, but I've said that a lot this video if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, really, really like this. It's gorgeous on the skin, long lasting, and definitely worth the buck. Next, moving on to highlighters though, I only have 2 options. I was going to add a third, but the third one I actually tried last year November, so I didn't want to include it in this one, but it is still kind of one of my favorites, and it is the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. Gorgeous. But for this year I tried this Passion Pro highlighter palette in the shade Limelight. Really, really like this. It's nice and smooth on the skin, not too much glitter, and is only like 50 rand. So would really recommend this if you're looking for something in South Africa that's not too expensive but still looks high-end. Then another high-end product, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Star highlighter. I've heard a few people talk about it on TikTok as well actually, but this is a really, really gorgeous highlight. Once again, I am wearing it today, and as you can see, I'm glowing to the high heavens, and it's so, so good. I've barely used any of it because it was expensive. I've just got like a slight dent in there. It was pretty expensive, so yeah, I don't want to use it up, but at the same time I know I need to make use of it. But I might even add this into my project pan just to get some more use out of it for next year. But really gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. So I know it's not available in South Africa, but if you do get a chance to like go to Sephora or whatever, pick this up. It's amazing. For blush, I also have 3 options, and again there is one high end in there. I have to do a little mention to it, but starting off with affordable in South Africa, it's this Palladio blush. I've recommended this to people as well. It is really, really good. It is long lasting, pigmented, and for me, I like pigmented blushes. I don't want to have to build it up for too long. The same with my bronzers. If I don't do it in 1 or 2 swipes, like I don't want to keep building. Honestly, who has time for that? So I want something that's not ridiculously pigmented, but something that I can see upon first application. So this is really, really good. I actually went to go check if I could see if I could get some more colors, but the colors are very like meh, like nothing jumped out at me other than this one, and this is in Toasted Apricot. I don't even know if I mentioned what it is, but it's the Palladio Matte Blush. Gorgeous. Then this is another one I picked up in the UK, also from Boots or Superdrug, if I'm remembering correctly, but this is the Collection Blush, and this is in the shade Too Bashful. I actually am wearing this on my cheeks today. I don't know if you can see because I have all these lights on me, but love it. It's got let me show you. It's got a sheen through it. I did do a full review on it on my channel, but it's like a nice toasty, pinky, orangey color, which is exactly what I love. So I had to give this a mention, and once again, like couple of dabs in here, put it on your cheeks and you're sorted, not like faff it around too much. So really, really would recommend this one. I think it was like £2 or £3 as well, so really affordable. Then for the high-end one, I think I did actually pick this up last year when I was at Sephora, and I've showed it on my channel once or twice, but this is the Bobbi Brown blush in the shade Sand Pink. Oh my gosh, I really, really love this. It looks pretty muted in the palette, but once you put it on your cheeks, it's so nice and pink. Like, love it. Like, these are things that are actually worth your money. If you, for example, for a wedding, like, go spend the money, because this lasts really long. It is pigmented, and oh my gosh, so gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so moving on to brows. I don't have the one product with me because I actually used it up, but it is the Essence Brow Soap Set, and I finished it recently and I really like that. I did get another Essence brow gel and it's supposed to be extra strong, but it's really not. So I just got my Got To Be Glued actual hair gel in my brows. But that Essence soap set is phenomenal. Love it, and definitely I'm going to repurchase it once I go to the shops again. But for my eyebrow pen, obviously you know it is the NYX Lift and Start. Amazing, and I think I will forever repurchase this until I find something that is really similar to it. I did try one from SheGlam, which wasn't bad, but the tone of it was pretty bad. It was like more of a red tone. I think it was Auburn, if I'm not mistaken, but it was just a bit red, but the actual pen was pretty good. But this is so much better. The tip is so fine, so flexible, and you can even use it as an eyeliner. It's really good. I did look it up and I don't think it's available in South Africa. I haven't actually physically gone to NYX, but next time I go to the mall I definitely will pop in there and see if it's available. But if you can get your hands on this, really good, game changer. Then for eyeshadow, so for eyeshadow I have 3 options. I'm not sure if the video is up yet, but I ranked all my eyeshadow palettes, but this is like basically my top 3, so I had to include it in this video. So firstly we have what I'm wearing today on my eyes, and this is the Makeup Obsessions After Darks palette. And I know that Makeup Revolution does get a bad like rep, like their reputation is really shit because they just steal products, but this Makeup Obsession is actually owned by Makeup Revolution. But I really like this palette. I read some pretty bad reviews, but I have done a few looks with this now and I love it. It's like one of my absolute favorites. Obviously I'm mostly attracted to like these greeny colors because they're like mermaid colors and I absolutely love them, but this palette is so good. I really love it. I don't know if this should be split in 2, but I have 2 of these. I have the big 42 pan and then the small 16 pans, and this is the Beauty Bay Brights palettes. So this one's bright matte and it looks like that. I'm sure you've seen it on my channel before. Absolutely love this palette. Like if you're a makeup artist, I think this is great, and this was really affordable. Both of them together were only £19. I know they're having a special now at the moment where I think this is going for 5 or 6 and this one's going for like 10. So if you can get your hands on that, definitely do. So this is the little 16 pan and it just has the basic colors with shimmers as well. Love it. You can do like monochromatic looks. I did a 5 looks 1 palette with this and it was easy enough because I mean you can just color coordinate it and it will look amazing. So I had to give those a shout out. There are a couple of other palettes that I really like, but it's nothing that like stood out to me and that I constantly want to reach for. So those 3 are my little ride or dies at the moment. The 42 pan I actually have been traveling with. I just put it at the bottom of my suitcase wedged between my beach towel and like some jumpers, so it's literally traveled so well. The Makeup Obsession one I did drop when I was in France though, and the shadows didn't break but the mirror did crack. So moving on to mascaras. So I have 2 options today. Sorry about the way this looks, but my lash adhesive exploded in my makeup bag, so I got it all over everything, and I've tried to take it off with like some nail polish remover, but it just takes off all the print, so I just decided to leave it. But this one is the Makeup Revolution Big Lash XL volume mascara, and I really like this. I have it on my eyelashes today. Really like this for an affordable option. I really like the brush. It combs through your lashes really nicely. It isn't that volumizing in my opinion. It is more lengthening on my type of lashes, but really like this. And then this one I had to add it in. It is the Sephora Size Up volumizing mascara, and I got a mini version of it. It's really good. I have a waterproof option as well, which I've just given to my mom because she doesn't have any waterproof mascara, but they are really good. and it's really easy to apply. I actually doubled up on mascara. I have both mascaras on today, but the wand is like pretty standard, but surprisingly, because I think the bristles are so long, it combs through your lashes really, really nicely. And with it going like big and small, it's really easy to like get it on your bottom lashes. So really like this, and had to mention it. This was also only like €5, so actually pretty affordable, because this was the same price. This was £5, so definitely worth it, especially for Sephora. Then for setting spray, I don't have one on hand because I used it up, but it is the Makeup Forever finishing spray. Loved that stuff. Kept my makeup put all day in the hottest Spanish weather. Like, amazing. Really, really good. And I would like to repurchase when I have the opportunity to. But for an affordable option, I have this Press Refresh setting spray from SheGlam. This is really good, and it smells so good. It just refreshes your makeup with like hydration, and it looks so good, and the smell is divine. So yeah, would definitely recommend that. I mean, if you're going to do like a big SheGlam order for Christmas, I think their delivery is pretty good. I don't know how it is over like now the festive season, but in general their delivery time is very good, about 10 days in my experience anyway. I've ordered from them 4 different times, but it's always been really, really good, but would recommend. So lastly, this is the last category. Anything that I missed, I don't have favorites for. Like, I do have obviously cream blushes, cream bronzers, cream highlight, but nothing that I wanted to add in here that you absolutely should try, because I'm not going to recommend like mediocre products just for the sake of putting it in the video. So we're going to skip all those other categories and move straight into lips, which is our last category for today. And starting off with lip liners, I have 2 from Wet n Wild, and it is their Color Icon lip liners. I have one in Plumberry and one in Chestnut, and that's what they look like. I know they do sell them in South Africa, but I think it's about 89 Rand or maybe 100 Rand for these lip liners, but they are super long. As you can see, I've used the brown one a lot more. As you know, I like neutral lips, but these are really good. They're long lasting, and they just glide over the lips really, really nicely. Then I have this one from MUA, and it's the one I'm wearing today. It is the Intense Color Lip Liner in the shade Diva. I think I actually must have tried this around Christmas last year. So good. I love it. Honestly, it stays for so long, and it's just the right tone of red for what I like to do, which is like kind of an ombre lip. So lastly, for lip liners, I have this Barry M lip liner in the shade Tan. I literally forgot that I had this. I probably got it in, I want to say February this year, and I think I used it once, and then I could just completely forgot that I got it, and I have no idea why. And I'm gonna do a video of makeup I'm getting rid of this year, so I was going through my lip liners, and I was like, wait a minute, when did I get that? But then I remembered I got it one time when I did a Superdrug haul. So yeah, this is really good, and I've just put it in my everyday makeup drawer so I can get more use out of it. Really like the tone. It is very similar to this brown over here, but just a warmer tone, but gorgeous. And then lastly, for lipsticks. So the lipstick I'm wearing today is this one from Beauty Bay as well, and it is in the shade Juice. It's just like an orangey red, which I think looks amazing. And since we don't want to go full red because it's not Christmas yet, I am building up slowly, like using oranges and then reds and then like bright reds. So by Christmas we'll be wearing a true red, I promise. But this is so good. I always get compliments when I'm wearing this lip combo. Everybody loves the tone of the orange with the dark maroony red lip liner. And then the next one is this Sephora Collection Lip Stories in the shade, well, in the colorway Palm Street. And I love the packaging. It looks like that. And then you open it up. I think I've shown this before on my channel, and it is also like a burnt orangey brown. Love this again. As we're leading up to Christmas, these two are definitely a favorite at the moment. And lastly is this Charlotte Tilbury. I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, but this one in Stoned Rose is my absolute favorite sure you're familiar with what it looks like. If you're on TikTok, it's everywhere. And this is again the tone, and it is again like more of like a burnt orangey brown. This one has like a slightly pink hue. I love it with like a deep dark liner, like a 90s style liner with this in the middle. Amazing. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. That is all my favorite products that I've tried this year in 2022. I hope you guys consider subscribing, and if you like this style of content, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.